This is David Humphrey with ARC, and I am here in Spain at ARC's annual European Industry Forum, and I'm happy to welcome my guest and friend Stefan Hoppe of OPC Foundation. Stefan, welcome to our studio. Welcome to the forum.
Thank you, David. Nice for having me. Thank you.
Tell me, before we get started with the questions, how do you like the forum so far?
Well, Europe is a hotspot of innovation and automation anyway. So meeting here at ARC is always a pleasure. It's a good place to meet again, keep people and get new knowledge on what do they think, where do they see direction. So I appreciate to be here. That's why I'm here.
Well, tell me, Stefan, what would you say are the top three strategic priorities or recent developments from OPC UA that we should be paying attention to?
Number one, I believe most people have understood now that OPCUA is not a protocol. It's first a meta modeling language, allowing to describe, to define models and describe things and also their behavior. So number one of these three is the immense creation of companion specification. We have over 450 models free of charge available for the world in different areas, discrete manufacturing, process, energy, but also out of core industrial automation. You see vending machines, kitchen equipment, and we talk later also about OPCUA models which are not bound to an executable. So even I learned this story just a couple of months ago. In my world, when I started, OPCUA had different flavors. I'm an OPC UA server or publisher to expose information. I'm a subscriber or client to consume data. This is always bound to an executable. But think about OPCUA is just describing data which are somewhere in the database. I will talk to that in a second. Number two, in general, adaptation. I mean, standardization has only one reason, and the success is just measured in adaptation. There's no other criteria. So if there's no adaptation, then it has no reason to do this. I see immense adaptation across the world. It makes me really sentimental sometimes. Because I didn't define this standard, but I was participating a long time. And that makes me really proud. So we see it across the world in Chinese factories for watches, the whole automotive industry around the globe, in Korea, in China, in Europe, in US is using OPCUA up and down. The third topic, I made a teaser already. It is the IT-OT convergence. I believe the key of digitalization is really that we agree on the description of something, that we have the same. If we point to something, the jaguar, is it the car or the animal, that we avoid this. And therefore we need information models with information, with a semantic, where we have a clear agreement on, okay, now I understand what you mean and what is the behavior behind. And this is exactly why this modeling language, scaling from the sensor across all levels in the automation work up to the IT world and edge and cloud, is so important. And this is what we do with our cloud initiative, that the big cloud companies, Microsoft, Amazon Web Service, Google, SAP, agreed on that they are able to store and keep the context of OPCUA information models in the cloud for artificial intelligence.
Stefan, we've seen presentations at the forum today where some people are saying AI can do everything. So if that's the case, what do we need standards for?
Good question. And one of the keynote speakers this morning mentioned this also, and I disagree with that. Because we already see it in the reality, we see it in the field. So he should talk to the second keynote speaker from the automotive. It was Audi, and then they should talk together. So OPC Foundation is heavily using AI to shorten the development of, for example, companion specifications. We are asking AI, hey, create an information model about wind turbines and 80% is great, 20% is nonsense, and we have to optimize this. But the group is saving 1 year of standardization work. Great. So this is helping us. But the question is, does end users need really OPCUA? Why is it beneficial? And if AI can do anything out of the box anyway? And this is not true. What we know already is that normally proof of concepts on, oh, let's test AI at our production line, and we do a proof of concept for this small area. Normally these proof of concepts run for 3 months. And normally you are wasting 2 months of time just to learn about the data and collect them and make mathematical algorithm to find patterns and so on. And if you have OPCUA, where you have well-structured data and you have the semantic and the meaning of the data, AI can start immediately, and you have 3 months to really work on something. It is not what I believe. It is what industry is telling us. So, by the way, this is exactly what I'm presenting here in my presentation. So listeners can download my presentation about this.
It's always great talking to you, Stefan. I always enjoy our conversations. Thanks for being with us in the studio today here in Sitges in Spain. Thanks for attending the forum. And I look forward to seeing you again at an event soon.
Thank you, David. Thanks for having me.